again, and good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Bobby Haggard, as I mentioned earlier. I'm one of the consultants here at TrendSoft. On our call today, we'll be discussing Dynamics 365 Business Central and hitting on a few of the highlights of the October Wave 2 release. A few housekeeping notes here. I went ahead and muted all the phones, trying to keep down some of the background noise. If you have a question, which we certainly do encourage, please use our chat feature, or feel free to email me or contact me directly, and I'll be happy to respond to you. Additionally, on this webinar, I will just be hitting the highlights of Business Central in this new release. There's certainly many more enhancements and many more features that I won't be going over directly. If you'd like to discuss those or talk in more general terms about Business Central, I'll be more than happy to have a follow-up discussion with you to go over that as well. All right, so let's quickly jump in with a quick recap of what is Business Central. Now, Business Central is an all-in-one business management solution that combines financial management, sales, service, and operations in a single unified offering. It has robust analytics infused with artificial intelligence capabilities from day one. Now, despite its ease of use and low cost of ownership, Business Central is a full-feature solution. So its functionality is deep and rich, owing to Microsoft's decades of expertise in business application development. Now, Microsoft has built this solution specifically to solve the familiar problems for growing businesses, such as disconnected systems, outdated legacy systems that don't meet their needs, reporting issues, etc. Now, Business Central was built to solve these issues and to help them digitally transform. So if you've outgrown your existing accounting software or legacy ERP application, Business Central can easily and seamlessly connect your people and processes like never before. Business Central will help you to make better decisions every day by allowing you to have an end-to-end view of the business with out-of-the-box dashboards and KPIs that can easily be tailored to your specific needs. Finally, you can easily tailor Business Central in a no-code environment through the user interface. So you can start with as many or as few users and modules as you like, and then grow, and then Business Central will grow as you do. Now, since its launch in April of 2018, Business Central has seen increasing adoption by organizations looking to digitally transform their businesses. Now, as a part of the first major update in October of 2018, Microsoft added some nice functionality and introduced Business Central as being also available in the on-premise deployment. Now, in this last April 2019, Microsoft had the spring release, where Business Central is aimed to enhance current customer satisfaction by releasing updates, which resulted in several improvements addressing these productivity with busy professionals. Finally, in this October Wave 2 release, Microsoft has continued to focus on performance, reliability, and security. With the Wave 2 release, Microsoft has moved entirely to the modern client, which continues to aim at the increased productivity of its users. Additionally, there are some back-end system updates to help clients, third parties, and partners. All right, so now that we quickly refresh what is Business Central, let's highlight some of the key features and highlights of this October Wave 2 release. Now, Microsoft broke down this October release into 5 main areas or themes. Some of those were targeted specifically for the user, and others were for partners and who support the users, and then others for the ISV and third-party programmers. Now, these 5 areas include service fundamentals, which is Microsoft's continue to focus on the system performance, reliability, supportability, and security. The modern client, with this release, Microsoft has moved to the rich, strong browser-based client with the new look and feel. There's the modern developer tools, which Microsoft did a lot of work on the back end to help developers at partners like us as we continue to move to this extension model that we've talked about previously. Additionally, they've empowered ISV acceleration. So with the Wave 2, Microsoft has brought even more capabilities for ISV and their vertical solutions. And then the 5th area is the migration tooling. So Microsoft is continuing to push its existing clients to the cloud, and in doing so, they've added some additional migration tools and templates to help ease this transition for the clients and partners. All right, now in this October release, there's been over 100 new features added, with about 40% of those features coming from Microsoft's idea site. So that means that there's a lot of these updates that were suggested by users and have been implemented to make users' lives easier. Now, among these changes and updates, Microsoft has enabled even more updates, including notes and links to data. So they allow users to add internal notes and links to try and capture some of the unstructured data that exists in every company. They enhanced Excel integration. They added some full keyboard shortcut support, so users can now create their own keyboard shortcuts along with the existing ones that Microsoft has. There's a longer timeout period, so the session timeout period was extended from 20 minutes to now 2 hours. You can personalize the action bar on your role center. You can easily resize columns by just dragging and dropping column length as needed. You can save list views, so users are now able to save and filter a list so they don't have to recreate it each time. They can switch between companies in their Outlook inbox is now much easier. Users can also easily pop out pages so they can multitask across pages. And then finally, Microsoft added a company badge to help users identify the company that they're working within. So let's dive in a bit further into some of these. All right, first a few application enhancements to review. Users can now quickly correct mistakes during close or month-end close by having the ability to cancel issued reminders and finance charges in memos now. Additionally, line descriptions from your source documents will now flow directly to the general ledger entries. There is also configuration templates now allow you to look up template fields and their default values directly from those related tables, so some help there on templates. The system has now allowed posting of large number of documents at once. Microsoft understood that can take a while and then it can certainly reduce productivity. So they added some where you can schedule these postings to be done in the off-peak hours or processed in the background. And that eliminates some of those processing on one by one or even takes up time to post a batch during the day. In addition, some of those resulting printouts of the posted batches will now show in your report inbox if you have that run overnight or in the background. And then finally, you can now reconcile accounts payable using the external document number field in the vendor detailed trial balance report, which we'll have an example of in just a moment. All right, so as we just discussed, here is the reconcile payables. This is the age accounts payable report, and we're just showing here, as you can see, there is the new external document number field. So we certainly had some clients asking about that and helping to help with reconciliation with that. So it's a nice feature that's been added. Next several slides here, we'll just hit on several of the modern client updates that were done. Microsoft accelerated its investment in the speed and productivity features for this modern browser experience. With this Business Central Wave 2 release, it introduced a new and simple way to quickly reach your favorite content and business tasks within the solution. Using this new bookmark icon, you can add a link to any page in the navigation menu from your role center. So that little bookmark icon is there highlighted in the top right corner. So nice feature that they've added there for users. Microsoft also added the ability to add notes that represent again, trying to capture some of that unstructured data that every company has. So users can now add internal notes and links to business data that's captured and processed within Business Central Online or on premises. Those notes are now shown, as you can see, in the fact box pane on the right. Now, when you're running Business Central, users are presented with a request page where they can now specify various options on filters. So it's a much more reporter friendly and efficient setup here. So this filter experience has grown greatly. It's a pretty feature similar to filtering that you like. So they added the filter. You can filter on multiple fields or multiple values. You can get assistance with specifying filter values, and then you can create some complex filtering option operators such as ranges, formulas, etc. Now with the modern client, there's also now the full keyboard shortcut support. So proficient users are more productive when they can access commonly used features on the keyboard without having to move their hands back and forth to the mouse, etc. So a full list here of the keyboard options that are available as default are here. Then as I mentioned, there's now a new release that with this new release, developers can actually add some keyboard shortcuts for you if that's something that you're interested in. All right, so finding functionality has become easier with the full overview page in this product that's been released on the Role Center. It makes it easier for users to navigate and find the right page, and it serves as an overview for the Role Center and their content. Now from this Role Explorer window, users can also access the second overview showing the business feature for all roles in the product. So this expanded feature overview allows users to explore features they're not normally assigned to those user role, allowing them to find features that even they might not have known the name for. So a nice feature that's been added. In addition, users can now use the company badge functionality to identify one company that they work in from another. Certainly helpful when users have multiple tabs or multiple windows open and they're working in their different companies. Be sure you're entering the right transactions into the right company. Talking here a little bit more about the Role Center, users can now personalize the navigation menu, including they can now move menu links to another position. They can move menu grouping to another position, and then they can even, as you can see here, they have the option to hide entire links or groups. And just like with any other personalization, these changes are effective immediately, and they roam with the user no matter which device that they sign into. All right, nice feature here that I'm so glad Microsoft added is the easy ability to resize columns with few clicks. In the past, you had to go into personalize and do a couple different maneuvers. Now it's just a very easy click, drag, and drop feature, just like you would in Excel or any other column reporting. You can also always double click on the border of that column and it'll auto fit or automatically move the length of that column to the longest comment or detail in that section. So nice change there that Microsoft issued. All right, now within this Wave 2, this update eliminates the need to recreate commonly used filters by allowing your users to permanently save filters and views that they do and use often. So they can do this with personal views, system views, and anything on extensions as well. Now, similar to the other user interface that we talked about, this list view will also roam with users no matter which device or browser that they sign into. All right, this is a really nice change that Microsoft issued here is with multitasking across multiple pages. So with this release, users can now open several pages at the same time to perform multiple tasks at the same time. So this new functionality supports two scenarios. You can open a new browser tab, which allows you to open several browser tabs across the top of your window while working in the same company. To do this, you can open a new browser or hit Control-N as a keyboard shortcut to do that. The other option is to open the page in a new window. This functionality allows you to pop out the window as a separate window, as we're showing here. As you see in the upper right corner, there's the ability to pop that window out, or you can do the keyboard shortcut Alt-Shift-W. Either option allows this enhanced productivity, both working with multiple screens, and allows you to work across different windows within one scenario. All right, with this Microsoft update, there's also the new multi-selection control within filters. So here you can see that users have the option to set multiple filters if it's a particular window that they're looking at. For example, here in this costing method, instead of having a filter on just one, either FIFO or LIFO, you could pick both FIFO and LIFO and eliminate the others. So nice reporting option that's available. Now, a few additional features just wanted to quickly highlight and hit on here. There has been, as I mentioned, the enhancement to Excel. Excel is certainly the most commonly used tools with financial management. So based on customer feedback, one of the enhancements they've added to improve different scenarios with Microsoft add-ins so that it works a little smoother and better with Business Central. The second one here is this longer timeout. As I mentioned, Microsoft extended that timeout period, so from 20 minutes to 2 hours now. So you can certainly get up, walk away, go to a meeting, and come back in. You don't have to re-log in to your session. Now within Outlook, we know that many businesses use multiple companies in Business Central, and those users want to be able to switch between those companies in their business inbox in Outlook. Now with this ability, they can quickly switch companies. Users save time, and that they will feel more productive in what they're doing. With this update, users can also create a Business Central production environment for business divisions, subsidiaries, and so on that operate in different countries or regions across the world. Now, another nice feature is that once it's determined that the customer's tenant is down, you can quickly create a support ticket through the Business Central Administration Center and quickly get that submitted to your partner and to Microsoft, which is a nice feature to have. And then finally, users now have the ability to download database backups and files In many countries, it's a legal requirement. The customer has to be able to access their data files. So this is a nice functionality that Microsoft has added so the customer can download their file locally as needed on their local database. All right, I know that we covered quite a lot there very quickly on some of these new features and changes that Microsoft has released with this Business Central update. Hopefully you can see how Microsoft is continuing to enhance and build that solution as they continue to move forward with this world-class ERP solution. So if any of you are not already on Business Central, we would certainly encourage you to take a look at this robust all-in-one solution. As I mentioned, it can be accessed through the cloud at the $70 per user per month, which is your Essentials license, or there's a more advanced feature if you're running manufacturing or service management at the $100 per user per month price. Finally, with this product, Microsoft does offer a free 30-day trial, which is nice. It allows you, the user, to get in there and poke and kind of prod and navigate around and really test the system to see if it's something that you think would be helpful for you. So if you or your organization are interested in exploring Business Central further, please don't hesitate to let me know, and we'll be happy to help and discuss as needed. So with that, I will take a quick pause and we'll open up the phone line and see if there's any questions. If you would like a copy of the presentation, please just shoot me an email and certainly get that sent your way as well. Just say thank you for attending today's webinar. If you'd like a copy of the presentation slides, I'll be happy to send those out to you. Or if you or your company are interested in Business Central or moving forward, please give us a call. We'll be happy to talk to you about how the solution can help your company. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day.